The site was discovered by accident in 1902 when workers digging cisterns for new houses above broke through the roof of one of the chambers. The first excavations at the site were performed by Father Emmanuel Magri of the Society of Jesus, and later continued by Dr. Tamiz Zamit, the first curator of Malta's museums department. Between 1905 and 1911, Zamit excavated a fascinating collection of archaeological material from the complex, including human remains, pottery, beads, amulets, and figurines, and he wrote a series of reports of his work at the site that was published from 1910 onward. The Hypogeum was first opened to the public in 1908, while excavations were still taking place. The Hall Sofliani Hypogeum consists of a series of oval chambers, halls, and niches, set on 3 levels, one underneath the other. Incredibly, the underground structures were all carved out of solid rock in semi-darkness, allegedly using stone mallets and antler picks, and later smoothed over using flint implements. The upper level of the complex consists of a hollow with a central passageway, with burial chambers cut into the natural caves on each side. This is the oldest level of the Hypogeum, in use from 3600 BC to 3300 BC, and is similar in plan to earlier rock-cut tombs found elsewhere on the islands, such as the Shemshia tombs, which date to around 4000 BC. The middle level, 3300 to 3000 BC, was cut into the subsurface rock as an extension of the upper level of the structure. This level exhibits exquisite stoneworking skill in the elaborately carved trilithons, which are a construction with 2 upright posts, with a horizontal one set on top. The trilithons are set in imitation of the built masonry of the above-ground megalithic structures found elsewhere on Malta. This level also contains some of the most important features of the Hypogeum monument, such as the main chamber, the oracle room, and the Holy of the Holies. Most of the wall surfaces in the main chamber originally had a wash of red ochre, tracing out spiral and honeycomb designs, some of which are still visible today. The famous Sleeping Lady, a 12-centimeter-long reclining terracotta figure with traces of red ochre, was recovered either from here or a nearby room which is known as the Snake Pit. Believed to date from around 3000 BC, this corpulent ceramic figure is naked to the waist and wears a fringed skirt. She appears to be in a deep, tranquil sleep on a bed with a rush mattress, along with other similar figurines from the Neolithic sites on Malta and elsewhere in the Mediterranean. The Sleeping Lady has been used as evidence for the theory of universal peace-loving Mother Goddess, or Great Goddess worship in prehistory, proposed by a number of researchers. The statue may be a representation of eternal sleep. The enigmatic Sleeping Lady figurine is now on display at the National Museum of Archaeology in Valletta, the capital city of Malta. Also on the middle level, the roughly rectangular oracle room has an elaborately decorated ceiling of ochre-painted spirals and a fascinating side chamber, which has the property to amplify and echo a deep human voice. This is referred to as a resonance chamber. Whether this intriguing effect was intentional or not is difficult to say, though the possibility that these strange acoustics were utilized in some religious ceremonies performed in the chambers is an intriguing one. The chamber resonates at an intriguing 111 Hz, which is known to be a healing frequency. Immersing yourself in this frequency can help increase the healing process of internal and external wounds. The Holy of the Holies is perhaps the most elaborately decorated room in the whole complex, with its trilithon door frame and pierced stone or porthole entrance, reflecting the architecture of Maltese freestanding Neolithic monuments. The third and lowest level at the Hypogeum is 35 feet below street level and has been dated to 3150 to 2500 BC. It consists of a maze of chambers, which were filled with water when discovered in the early 1900s. As there have been no finds of either bones or artifacts from this level, it has been suggested that these chambers here may have been designed as storage for water or grain. Water storage has also been put forward as the possible function of the Hypogeum at Knossos on Crete, dated between 2150 and 2000 BC. The primary function of the Hypogeum site was certainly as a cemetery, as around 7,000 skeletons have been found in the chambers, ranging in date from 3600 to 2500 BC. In other words, spanning the life of the site itself. This amount of human remains is significantly higher than the tombs could have housed at any one period, indicating, along with the dates of the skeletons, that the complex was used for burials over several centuries. The fact that no human remains were discovered in some rooms, such as the Holy of Holies, would suggest other functions for these parts of the site. Perhaps they were used for funerary rituals involving priests contacting the ancestors. An interesting clue to one of the original functions of the Hypogeum is the resemblance of the site to natural caves. The near darkness of the original subterranean chambers and passageways is a little difficult to imagine nowadays with the brightness of the artificial lighting at the site. But originally, whoever was allowed to venture down into the depths of the Hypogeum would only have had the dim light of animal fat lamps to help them through the maze of rooms, passageways, and niches,